Okay, so here's where I'm at with this whole infertility thing. The only way for me to really find out if a bird is infertile is to pair it with a bird that I know is fertile. What that means is that I have to break up bonded pairs, because the only way I can establish that a bird is fertile is if it bonds with somebody, mates, and has chicks. So since I had to break up Breezy and Bubba in order to get Digit bred, I'm going to go ahead. He's out in the big flight, so I brought, and I can't put Breezy out there in the big flight when he's out there, because she will spend all her time freaking out that her male is not in her cage with her, and ignore whoever I put her with. So this is neutral territory. I put these two, this is Breezy and Dusty. I put these two together for 24 hours maybe before I realized, you know, I put Breezy across from Bubba. There's no way she's going to pay any attention to Dusty. And then I realized my error and put them back in the big flight. And what I found was that although Breezy never paid any attention to Dusty, Dusty has decided that he likes Breezy, and he was following her around the cage. So this infertility thing, I'm taking little clues. So Dusty bred with, I saw him breed with Crystal. She laid an egg, but the egg was infertile because it had no yolk in it. That's about her. She was out of, her ovaries had shut down. She was no longer producing fertile eggs. So she was laying an egg that's only white and has no yolk in it. The embryo sits on the yolk. But she was stimulated to breed by Dusty. So I have to guess that Dusty had something going on there. And I saw him breed her, and I saw him breed Little Vision as well. So I have hopes that Dusty's got something going on here. So I'm going to put these two in here. You'll see they have no nest box on their cage yet, because I'm going to give them a day or two to kind of settle in and spend a little time together, and then I'll get them set up. So that's that. I will give these pairs in which I'm coupling them with someone that I don't know whether they're fertile or not with someone that I do know whether they're fertile, 2 weeks. Because what I found with hens especially is some of the hens, if a male is not actually breeding her, she'll reject him outright from the very beginning. If he is breeding her but he's not fertile, she'll just not lay eggs. Or she will lay eggs, but it'll take her much longer, and she's likely to get egg bound. So here is Maureen, who is sitting around twiddling her thumbs with nothing to do. I think because I have so few Texas clear bodies left, I'm going to take her Limey and breed him to someone else. So I can get at least babies that are half brothers and sisters. So that means she's footloose and fancy free. So I stuck her in here with Butterfield. They have 2 weeks to either put it together or not. I have serious doubts that Butterfield is fertile. So, like, for instance, these two. Gray has never been bred. Pie just completely ignored him, to the point where I'm beginning to wonder, maybe Pie is actually a boy and they just have a breeding alliance. Because I've never seen Pie's sear change beyond getting a little bit tan. So I gave up on that, and this is Cloudy, who is proven fertile because I put her with a male in a holding cage for 3 days, and she laid a fertile egg on the bottom of the flight cage a few days later. I put it in with Kelly. Kelly incubated it, hatched it, fed it, but I ended up having to put it down because it had splayed legs. Oh, look at that. So then I put her with Blue. She laid a whole clutch of eggs with absolutely nothing. No fertility at all. That was Blue, because we know she's fertile. So now she's with Gray, and we're proving whether Gray is fertile or not. I'm pretty sure he is. He's only 1.5 years old, and he's, you know, in good condition. So I expect to see something good with these two. There's Verde. Hedwig's in the box, of course, because Hedwig takes care of business. Hedwig, I have a soft spot for Hedwig. I got her as an older hen. She was sick. She had air sac mites. She contracted Giardia from some of my birds. But she's a tough cookie, and she raised 5 babies in spite of all of that. Although they crashed and burned, and I had to take care of them toward the end. So anyway, I have a soft spot for Hedwig. And she also was one of those birds that is absolutely convinced that human beings are predators. But just lately, in the last few months, she started landing on me in the big flight cage like I'm a toy instead of a predator. So anyway, she'll be around for a long time. And she's fertile in spite of being 4 years old. So I won't mix it. These two I expect to have something with pretty quick. Other signs, that sign of infertility is that when a hen delays laying for a long time with a cock. So, Rainbow here is a proven female. I have 2 batches of babies from her with her old mate Aqua, and then I put her with Beryl, and I saw them mate, but she didn't lay eggs, and she didn't lay eggs, and finally when she did start laying eggs was fully a week after everyone else was well into it. And then all the eggs ended up infertile. So her cue to me that the eggs are infertile is that she puts off laying for a long time. So she and Buster have been in here for a few days. She's in that box. I expect an egg within a week, and if she doesn't produce an egg within a week, I'll pull her, because I don't want her to lay another batch of infertile eggs. She's a high-value hen. So I'll preserve her for someone with with a little more gumption. But I think that Buster is fine. He's a 2016 chick, and he's in good shape. Acts very, very male and hormonal and the whole thing, so hopefully he's fine. These two have been moving rather slowly, but I have seen him feeding her, and I have seen her in the box, so she's just doing her territorial thing. So yeah, I'm going to have to split up a bunch of my bonded pairs and place individuals with birds that I've never seen breed before so I can find out whether or not they're fertile. So I'm going to give them 2 weeks, and if they don't start laying eggs, I'll pull them and call it infertile. These two, Sparky is running this show. He's breeding her. They're ready and raring to go. I trimmed them both. So it's just a matter of, is she going to go get an egg bump and go into that box? Because that's what she never did before. Now, mind you, I placed her with Blue at first, and we know Blue's infertile. And, you know, she did this with Dusty. She bred with Dusty, carried on with him and everything else, but she kicked him to the curb when I put her in here with Sparky. So, I don't know. Sparky is a confirmed breeder, so we'll know within a week or so whether or not she's going to actually move in the right direction. So, that's what I'm doing. The nice thing about all of this is that what I'm doing here is finally getting to breed a bunch of birds that I never got to breed before, because I got them all and then had to spend literally a year clearing them of all of their illnesses. So I'm now breeding in earnest, and now I get to find out who's fertile and who isn't. In the future, I'm going to be breeding chicks that I raised here. They'll be, you know, a year old, so they'll be young and strong and healthy, and I'm going to guess that this whole fertility issue will probably be a non-starter after this. I mean, not an issue anymore. So it's just getting this breeding program started with all these random birds that I picked up from a million different places and are all different ages and all that kind of stuff. But we'll get it started. I'm going to get as many chicks out of as many individuals as I can, and next year breeding is going to be a breeze. Okay, that's it.